Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is May 9th, 2019. Your source of news before any trade decision. We're going to talk about Tesla and this article that we ran across here on the internet, CNBC article, talking about Tesla killer vehicles. There's two more car manufacturers that are producing their own EV vehicles into the market relatively soon, and they're trying to state that they have the possibility of destroying Tesla in the market. Basically, just understand that we're going to get a little bit more competition in the EV space, and that's good for the consumer, but overall it may be a very negative thing for Tesla, considering that they were one of the forerunners in this space to try to get more electronic vehicles onto the roads. And now we're going to have an influx of more car manufacturers coming into the space and vying for some of this market share. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at this article, and as always, we pay attention solely to the price chart, and we want to see whether or not we can distinguish between the sentiment of this article and if it's translated over into the price chart for Tesla. Okay, the last time we did our video for Tesla, we were definitely expecting the market to continue to move lower in price. It has panned out that way. It's currently hovering around the consolidational area, around $240 per share, and we will definitely be paying attention to this particular stock as we see more and more car manufacturers trying to enter the space for the EV market. So now this article was posted about 5 hours ago on the 5th of May, written by Paul Eisenstein, and the title of it reads, Tesla faces a twin assault as Mercedes and Volkswagen start taking orders for the first long-range EVs. When you look down here in this article, I highlighted a couple of things that should try to translate over into the price chart. Volkswagen and Mercedes-Benz, they began taking orders Wednesday and Thursday, respectively, for new battery electric vehicles, with the two companies each planning to follow up with a wave of additional entries over the next few years. Now, already they're trying to pose the question by both of these car manufacturers are if they're going to be Tesla killers. Okay, some people have already labeled that for them. Yet to be seen, though. This is an image of the Mercedes-Benz EQC. This is their long-range vehicle that they're proposing to hit the streets in the market. Some of the distinguishing factors between the Model S sedan is that it can get an EP rating of around 370 miles per charge. The compact Mercedes EQC will get around 270 miles in the European market, but it should get around the same amount when it come over to the United States market. Okay, Volkswagen, on the other hand, is going to give you three variables of the type of range you want in their vehicles. Their vehicle is called the ID3. The smallest will get about 200 miles. The second, or the middle range, will give you around 260, and then the biggest range, the biggest battery pack, around 77 kilowatts per hour, will give you around 340 miles. Okay, so they give you a version of vehicles dependent on which one you would like to have. Now, the pricing for the Volkswagen ID3 would be around 30,000 euros, or about $34,000. Customers in Europe already pre-ordered 10,000 ID3s in the first 24 hours in Europe, overwhelming the company's website and leading to long wait times online. This is what Volkswagen said. So apparently you would expect them to boost up their own marketing, but that's pretty good to see more and more car manufacturers trying to enter the space. I'm not necessarily positive that's going to be a good thing for Tesla, but it is definitely a good thing for those who are interested in a variety of EV vehicles to hit the market. And as you can tell, there's more and more vehicles coming out. The Mercedes EQC, as you can see right here, will go on sale in Europe first, and then follow with an American market launch sometime in 2020. The EQC edition 1886 is promised to deliver around 292 miles per charge with an output of 402 horsepower and 564 pound-feet of torque. It will launch from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Those numbers suggest it will pose a direct challenge to both Tesla's older Model X and the upcoming Model Y. Competition is on the horizon for Tesla. Another one, car manufacturer BMW, is prepping its own ramp up. They have this smaller version right here, this i3. It's only a city car, only to be driven around the city. But eventually, since they have already a basic EV model out there, you can best believe that BMW will try to create their own long-range electric vehicles. Jaguar, Land Rover, again, they have their own electric vehicle as well, the I-Pace. So the market is going to get very competitive for Tesla if they cannot get their financial house in order, if they can't get the board and a lot of the things that may be internal with that company. These other companies will definitely take some of the market share that Tesla literally had the reins to come and grab and share. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the price chart. Want to see if Tesla is going to have a very hard time competing with these new car manufacturers, and if so, we should see some worrisomeness on the price chart for the investors in Tesla. And here we are today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch it over real quick to a weekly time frame. And as you can tell, the market that we had, this trading channel that we got created on our price chart continues to insinuate the movement in which Tesla is moving in the long term. A lot is not positive going on in the long term. The market continues to trade right in between our resistance line as well as our support area. And even in this current week that we are in Tesla, weakness is still present. Okay, the market, for a positive note, is the fact that it is still able to trade around $240 per share. You can tell we're at a crossroads right here on this major ascension line that I got drawn on my chart. Okay, this area is crucial for Tesla to not fall below on a weekly bar, on a monthly bar. The market cannot fall below $240 per share. What we got going on in the space is still weakness though. Okay, but it is holding on to some hope that it can hold $240 to make sure that we can maintain a consolidational trading and then eventually pop up out of this resistance line right here, out of this trading channel that you can see back up to higher prices. Okay, now when I move it to a daily time frame, you can still tell that the market in Tesla tried to come and break this $260 price on the 3rd, on the 6th of May, and it wasn't successful because that was a support area in the market in Tesla back during the beginning half of April of 2019. It got rejected. So that's why we're seeing that continuation in lower prices in Tesla. The market for today is still insinuating a little bit more consolidational trading, but the trend hasn't changed. The long-term trend is still the one of lower prices. When you look at Tesla on the 4-hour bars, the market is definitely having some buyers at $240. I can tell you that now, but I don't think we're out the woods yet in the long term in Tesla until we're able to see it break above either this resistance line or $260 to the upside. Those are the two occasions that has to play out in order for the market to change its tone from one of weakness to one of strength. Until that time, until either of those two occurrences happen, the market in Tesla will consolidate and resume back down to lower prices. And if we break on a weekly bar below $240 on a push to goal bar, then $220, maybe even $200 is the next area. Okay, now granted, I don't see any strength. I'm still anticipating it to move to the downside in the long term, But if you're a day trader, it's possible that you can still continue to trade this market while it's hovering around this 240. But again, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Jaguar Land Rover are all vying for market share in the EV space. And literally that is Tesla's bread and butter. They definitely need to come out with something positive to foment or cement their place in this EV, in this new space, the electric vehicle market. Okay, if they cannot do that, then lower prices is still in tow, and I'm still expecting it to move lower. And matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and create a profit table of what I'm expecting the market to do. Now that 260 can be resistance, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. But in the long term, I'm still expecting movement to come through in Tesla. And the next area that I'm vying for is around at 220. Okay. Now, this would be a long-term trend. Okay. This is literally the consolidational area that I would be expecting the market in Tesla to trade. Overall, I'm still expecting it to come down to this bottom end. And if that's going to be the case, that's going to be a profit about 9%. Okay. So I'm still anticipating the market in Tesla to move to the downside. Near term, it can hit that $260, $250 price, but that's just a very short term move. This is a long term profit table that I'm placing on this particular price chart. Movement down here to 240, to 220 is what I'm expecting. But then eventually it might even hit $200. So I might even extend it further, depending on how much weakness really coming to the market in Tesla. So let's go ahead and see how this market plays out in Tesla. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, so when I do an update for Tesla, you guys can see how the market has traded since we've done this video, because we're still expecting it to move to the downside. Appreciate you all taking out the opportunity out to watch this video. Make sure you go ahead and check out our website, HueFinancial.com. Y'all want to stay in tune and stay abreast of the things that we're noticing in the market. Some of the market moves that no one else is talking about. You definitely want to come on over to our website, HueFinancial.com. Make sure y'all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.